Hi everyone, my name is Dong Sing Yi. Today I'm gonna present what makes the building defects. There are many factors that cause the building to get damaged and also harm the building. So the building lost its value, the cost of the building will depreciate. But different buildings or structures produce different types of defects and also require many levels and type of quality to maintain the building structure. So we need to understand the principle of the building defects, what is the causes and their remedies, and so we need to immediately seek for the solutions and determine if there is any problem with the building. So this is the category of the building defects. There is two categories. The first one is the structural defects. It's a physical damage to the load-bearing elements. For example, there is no clear information about the intended building life cycle or maintenance requirement can cause inaccurate decisions for the design. So they will want to save the initial construction cost, and they will reduce the size of the columns, the size of the reinforcements, bars, and foundations. So these actions actually make the structure cannot withstand with the load of the building and finally falls. The other one is non-structural defects. Non-structural defects cover a broad range of defects and it is considered serious. For example, the defects in the brickwork and also the dampness in the old structures, fire measures, air conditioning, plumbing, and fixed apparatus. So the first one is the primary causes. Primary causes is the carelessness before the building is built. The foundations of the building is very constant and important. A wrong decision making will make the building collapse and many people will die. The interior of the building that is having many unsettled problems will also cause the building defects too. So these are the three primary causes. The first one is the inaccurate design decisions and deficiencies. The next one is the material deficiencies, and the last one is the construction deficiencies. So for the first one is the inaccurate design decisions. So this one is one of the examples from the Singapore Hotel New World. So this one, the case is because of the wrong calculations from the structural engineer, so the whole building unable to support its own weight. So there were 3 supporting columns failed in the days before the disaster. The other columns were failed too. So the inaccurate design we have to prevent, and we need to make sure that the building is supported well even after adding the potential inhabitants, features, and fittings. We have to prevent a serious error in the calculating the building structural load. The next one is the material. This one is the one of the example of inferior materials. It is lack in size and physical properties like weight, density, or lack in chemical properties. We need to, and also it reduce the load bearing capacity such as the strength and the life of the building because it will decay faster than what we expected. So building construction we have to build up with the good quality materials such as cement, sand, aggregate, steel, wood, bricks. And the material specification for the building should be related to the ongoing construction and need to follow the standard quality and need to accept the criteria have to be accepted. The next one is the constructions. Due to the poor workmanship, the workers may be careless and do not follow the proper instruction, and it will end up finishing the product that lacks the quality and may cause many problems. So the quality of work should be constant and follow the specifications of the contract. For example, need to install the products properly in the right manner. The next one is the weathering agent. We can see that there is a wall cracks on the foundations. So it is because of the contractions and the expansion changes in the temperature or maybe the level of humidity, and poor quality paint will also affect the wall, and impatient during plasterwork also will affect the wall. So how do we prevent? This one is the one of the DIY method. We need to create a deeper hairline crack by the scraper, screwdriver, and also we clean out all the loose concrete, paint, debris of all filter inside the crack. Then we only can use the cloth, dry brush, or vacuum before mending. So we need to fill out the solutions and make sure the fillers covers the entire crack. Then we let it dry and do not rush. This is very important. Once the surface has dried, we sand it out so the surface is smooth and even. If you want to apply 2 coats, make sure the first coat has properly dried before applying the second coat. The next one is another method, which is the one of the best method, which is explosive injections. This injection is a system that's used to crack back together, so it's very good. The next one is the rising dampness at the wall. So this one is the moisture that through a permeable structure then coming out from the groundwater and can be defined as unwanted or excessive water. And actually this will cause the wallpaper to peel, paint to blister, and plaster to deteriorate. And also really we need to take care of it before it destroys the equipment in the building. How do we prevent? We need to control the ingress of salts and the water. We need to remove any damaging salt already present, or maybe we can using the material that are known to be less harmful to salt attack before build the buildings. Or maybe we can modify the environmental condition in order to reduce damaging cycles from any remaining salts. And we also can using the applications of water repellents. The next one is the biological agents. This one is the black spot. Actually, this is not damaging, but the black spot will live on the damp surface. And the cause of black spot are because of the humidity, leak, burst pipe, or poor insulation, improperly installed pipe, or water exposed basement. So the mold will grow, and depending on the sources of the moisture. How do we remove? We can remove it with an abrasive sponge, soap, and water. Or maybe we can clean the stains with a mixture of warm water and a mild degreasing soap or detergent. The next one is the wet root. The wet root is a range of molds which grow in and digest wet timber, and it affects very damp timber. The high moisture content easily attract the wet root spores. The causes of wet root are from the roof, tumbling, leaky or blocked gutters, shower places, and penetrating them through wall. How do we remove? We only can replace by a new one if the affection is very serious, or maybe we can applying a fungicide. Also can stop wet root growing on the timber during the drying out period. The next one is the dry root. Okay, this one is the dry root. Dry root is a mold which grows in slightly damp, warm timber. It is extremely damaging than the wet root. It grows through solid brick walls and carry water to dry location, so it can spreading from one place to another place. And the moisture content which is around 20% and free to access to air, then it can spreading around. The causes of dry roots are leaking gutters, leaking down pipes, penetrating them, poor ventilation, and rising them. So the dry root is on the surface will need to be sterilized with a mandatory dry root treatment, and applying a high strength the concentration either by spray or injection, or maybe you can design to penetrate deep into the substrate and target the fungi and stop it from spreading. The next one is the insect. The insect actually they would like to eat the materials such as timber, bamboo, some plastic. They also can damage the timber structures, underground cables, and farming equipment. They also can create boreholes through walls, crawling through cracks in the foundation, and climbing through the roof. So the method is we need to own nest as the wood must be clear from the site before the construction begins, and wood should be selected based on its natural repellency, or else should be saturated with a chemical preservative so that can prevent the insect come and eat the material. The next one is the chemical agents. So what is chemical agent? Chemical agent that is the most in general is water, and combined with the extreme temperature. Most material will absorb moisture to some degree. loses its strength and can break up and change in appearance. For example, water in the ground, water which is from snow, hail, rain, or dew. And also the water vapor when you bathe or cooking, the water vapors, and the oxygen when we breathing. It is important to be aware that not only the gases themselves can cause damage, but also the existence of reactions or products that they may react towards with other materials and causing building defects. So the last one is the mechanical agents. This one is the wear and tear, one of the wear and tear of mechanical agents. So there are two types. This one is internal traffic, and another one is other use. So this one is the stair tracks wear from foot traffic. It is slow as to be undetectable, but the damage is increasing. Even though we cannot see the damage like just for a moment or what, for a short period of time, but it actually is a long period of time. Even though we cannot see, but the damage is increasing, just like the stair that we are walking from day to day. The next one is the hospital. Hospitals are well known for suffering traffic damage to walls and the doors. So wall can be designed to have smooth edges with reinforcements at points of contact. So that hospital, the corner is like they are giving the protection, so they prevent any mechanical agents to happen. The next one is the vibrations on roadside structure. If the vibration is constantly transmitting to the nearby building, it will cause the wall cracks. And the vibration damage tends to build up slowly. You cannot see it rapidly. So the repetitive vibration can result from nearby construction or work or traffic and industrial activities. The next one is the earthquake damage. As we know, the earthquake damage the building will, because of the ground shaking, and that's why the building is not stable anymore, and the building will fallen. Yeah. So when the ground shake at the building site, the building's foundations vibrate in a manner that's similar to the surrounding ground. So the elements which are brittle will tend to break and lose strength, so the building will defects. So conclusions. The whole building is subjected to the various forms of defects, failures, deteriorations, and vibration. The quality of construction material is the most common factor that leads to building defects and failures. So we need to have to be careful about the construction material. We have to use the good one, the quality one. The practical ethical conduct and being responsible in their project to minimize other factors to building defects and failures is also very important, because we need to responsible of what we are doing. We also need to remedy them correctly. If we found any problems, we need to distinguish how to keep away from the future and reduce the effect to the minimum. We need to keep the building healthy, and also we want to keep our body healthy, so we need to take care of the building. Okay, thank you very much.